Oh, really?
I mean, fancy using the Colonel's revolver.
Yes, but I don't think Colonel Easterbrook is Sonia Girdler.
All we know about Sonia is that she was small and dark, with something of a temper, according to those letters.
Oh, yes, sir, these are fascinating, even if they are a breach of confidence.
I'll leave those with you till tomorrow, if that's all right.
Oh, thank you, if you would, yes.
I think we're destined for several hours of fascinated silence.
No, my dear, I shall prattle on non-stop. Oh, by the way, is Miss Blacklock short-sighted?
Yes, but too proud to wear spectacles. When she comes to church, she sings the hymns she knows by heart and la-las her way through the others.
Really?
I'll see you to the door, Inspector. Do be careful, Delilah.
Delilah?
Yes, my husband christened her that. I'm very much afraid her moral standards are similar. Oh, Aunt Jane, I'm sure you can't see properly.
Well, I do seem a little cluttered, don't I?
Let's get you properly organised.
Well, shouldn't there be a switch up here?
It's on the flex. Oh, Delilah! You silly cat!
Oh, my dear. Oh, what have I done?
Oh, it's all right, Aunt Jane. It's not your fault. It's Delilah's. Oh, probably fused all the lights in here now, thanks to her. What a nuisance.
No, it isn't a nuisance. It's wonderful.
Oh, look. You can see where she's been chewing at the flex. That's why it fused.
With the assistance of a shepherdess.
What are you talking about?
Murder, my dear. And I won't have a word said against that remarkable cat.
I think you told me, Mrs. Hames, your husband was killed fighting in Italy.
That's right.
It isn't true. He was a deserter.
I know.
You should have told me.
Do you have to rake up the dirt about everybody?
Yes, I do. And it's amazing how many people are able to provide it, too.
I don't want my son to know. I don't tell him lies about his father. I just don't talk about him at all. Silence isn't quite the same as telling lies.
You were seen speaking to a man in the summer house the week of the shooting. Was it your husband?
I didn't talk to anybody.
Did he come to you for money?
I haven't seen my husband for years.
You're sure about that? Silence can be exactly the same as telling lies, Mrs. Hames.
Yes. Is this intended to clarify the problem?
Yes. 3 people can benefit from Miss Blacklock's death. Sonia Stamfordis, or her children, Pip and Emma. These are the people who match in terms of age and sex. Mrs. Swetnam, Miss Hinchcliffe, Miss Murgatroyd for the older generation, Patrick Simmons, Julia Simmons, Philippa Hames, Edmund Swetnam, Mrs. Harmon.
At least you have the decency to put a query beside the vicar's wife.
Yes, she's strictly on the old side. Plus the Easterbrooks. The Colonel had a pistol.
Had?
It went missing the week of the murder.
Why didn't you report it?
Didn't notice at the time.
Ah.
His wife swears it disappeared after the murder. My honest opinion is she's lying to protect her husband. Needlessly, because I think he's a nincompoop.
Would you like my honest opinion?
I need all the help you can give me, sir.
A murder was committed in the presence of a group of people. By logical deduction, you prove that the likely murderer was a member of that group. Well, I think we already knew that. Come in.
Sir, I thought you should see this.
I knew she was lying.
Who?
10 days ago, a chap got knocked down and killed by a lorry in Milchester. No papers on him. Nobody reported him missing. He's just been identified as Ronald Hames, ex-captain in the South Loamshire.
Philippa Hames' husband?
Seems like it. He had some money on him and a Chipping Cleghorn bus ticket.
What date was the accident?
It was the day before the murder, sir. I took note of that. And with respect, sir, I think we should take note of how he died.
What do you mean by that?
He ran into the road to push a little kiddie out of the way of the lorry, sir.
I see.
I mean, a good death. As death goes, sir.
Yes, we've taken note, Sergeant.
Philippa, I've just heard about... well...
Just say the name. He can't hurt anybody.
Your husband.
Do we have to go through it again?
Yes. Because whoever bumped off Rudy's shirts did the same to poor old Dora Bunner, and I take exception to that.
Well, of course.
It could be any one of us next, and I'd take exception to that as well. Now then. Everybody who was at the shooting party was also at the birthday tea, except for Mrs. Harmon, so that lets her out.
Well, I should think so, too.
And I think it's a man doing this. Because we all know what dirty dogs men are. Well, anybody could have put the tablets in the aspirin bottle the day of Dora's party.
Anybody? How?
We all went to the loo, didn't we? All that tea and sherry they poured down us, you'd have had to be superhuman not to go. So, back to the first murder. Now, that little Swiss idiot comes in here, stands here, waves his torch around.
And the revolver?
No, not the revolver. Somebody else had the revolver. Now, I'm the Swiss idiot. Where were you?
I can't remember.
Of course you can remember.
I was behind the door. When it opened, it knocked my toe and hurt my corn.
When are you going to go to a proper chiropodist? You'll give yourself blood poisoning the way you poke around at your feet. Now, come and stand behind the door. Mind your toe. Now, I'm leaning against the mantelpiece with my tongue hanging out, waiting for a drink. Whoever does the shooting has to slip out into the hallway through the other door.
There isn't another door.
Not here, there isn't, but at Little Paddock's, there is. Who could we think? Or more importantly, any man who wasn't there? You're standing behind the torch. You see a series of faces.
I remember Mrs. Harmon sitting on the arm of the chair. And Dora Bunner with her mouth open. That's extraordinary.
Hello, Hinchcliffe? Make sure you don't forget. Hello? Speaking. What? Do you realise what time it is now? Oh, never mind. I might have guessed it'd be somebody else's fault. Dogs arrived. Came on the milk train. Damn fools didn't think we'd be up yet. Can't stand people doing my thinking for me. Damn fools.
But don't you want to know what it is I've remembered?
We'll carry on when I get back. Don't forget.
Hitch, don't you realise she wasn't there?
Don't forget.
She wasn't there!
Got no diamond, got no pearl, still I think go. Got the sun in the morning and the moon at